cases, starts blood to boiling because rivalries like this define this great sport. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium, as we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on another SEC rival, the Auburn Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, and guys, can't wait to get this one started. Auburn will kick it off to get things started. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. Last year's Iron Bowl is pretty much what we've come to expect when it's in Tuscaloosa, as scripted as it was a year ago. The drama you tend to find when they play in Jordan-Hare, but there's no mistaking the intensity no matter where these two get together.
Yeah, and Auburn didn't play their best, but this rivalry always provides fun. Like, there's some way, somehow, it shouldn't happen. Where it's played has always mattered. It seems like it will swing the pendulum a little bit, but a lot of hate in the Iron Bowl. The state of Alabama, you're either on one side or the other, and it's usually not friendly. This will be a fun game to watch.
I feel like this is the rivalry game that consistently provides the most drama at the end of every season. That's why it's so much fun to watch. Last year when these guys played, Peyton Thorne threw for over 300 yards, but it wasn't close to enough. They need more balance. They can't turn the football over if they're going to get this win over their hated in-state rival.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
Was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They make the stop on the return, but they're on the field. Let's get the call.
Kicking team.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Byers on the move. Connection to the right. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive.
Touchdown, Auburn! Quick strike through the air for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
You don't see this very often. The onside kick when you have the lead. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. These two rivals first played in 1893, but there was nearly a half-century, guys, when they didn't play each other because they got in a fight over, among other things, gate receipts.
Yeah, listen, I've been lucky enough to broadcast this game before, and I'll never forget being in Bryant-Denny Stadium and just feeling the energy. It was just completely different versus anything I'd ever seen in college football before. David, there's a different meaning to this game for both of these schools in the state of Alabama.
Yeah, and it's just different because I think being in the state, like fans are around each other all year long. Players are around each other all year long. You know, the Iron Bowl is a civil war of hate between each other all year long, and they get to settle it on a big stage every year.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really nice job by the quarterback. Hey, a lot of quarterbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
That's reeled in. It's Miller. There he goes. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Touch pass on the run. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Gets the back moving. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. To the air, it's Simpson. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
It's tough to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows, they open and they close so quickly. You've got to have great timing, and right now this offense doesn't have it. They've thrown 2 straight incompletions setting up third down.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fitted in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. It just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one.
I think this quarterback just has to be careful with his decision-making. Yes, he's one of the most talented guys in the country, but early in this game, we're now seeing him throw the ball into double coverage. He's very lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He throws one to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel in the field, you want to run the ball against it because you got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, Think about quick screens outside when you...
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They believe in this running game, and he's out across the 40 to the 43 before going out of bounds. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out.
It's a running room. Touchdown tie. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And he makes the extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
He's going to fire to the left. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Off play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him. Fourth.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits zero. To the air on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. A huge play, and they finally get him out of bounds and avert complete disaster on the final play of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to keep it in the air. Quarterback moving. He'll throw it. Makes the catch. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. Here comes that Alabama offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From the gun, the running back has it. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, on offense, this is a tough place to run the football back in your own end. The defense is expecting you to do it, and that's why they're loading the box. This is a great opportunity to take a shot down the sideline to your best wide receiver in a one-on-one situation.
Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
Turning it on! And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the...
Interception! You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Auburn! The defense gets it done with that. Interception return.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking to throw at Simpson. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Pulls it in, it's Williams. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Looking to throw. Now adjusting. Bought a little time, lets it go. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. So here comes the Auburn offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Now rolling to the left. That's caught. It's Frazier.
I tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give out of the gun. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Tigers, dating to the days of Shook Jordan and Pat Dye, love to keep the ball on the ground.
And the stadium goes nuts, and the eagle flies, and everybody's happy. Run the football, win football games. It's good times on the plains.
He'll get rid of it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Got his man. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Tigers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, it's a great job by the receiver fighting back across the DB there to get to the inside, locate the ball, and catch the slant.
Trying play action. Going deep. Ball's in the deep ball. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man, it's Williams. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Touchdown, Alabama! And they take it in for 6 more points.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. The throw. Pulls it in. It's Howard. There he goes. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Dances away. Snagged in the middle. It's Alston. On the move at the 30. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. This defense, its head is spinning. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This defense better change something quickly because this has been way too easy.
Let's it fly. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker room. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown. Difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellows, in a rivalry filled with magical moments, even more here today between the Tigers and Tide. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Alabama and Auburn plays out.
Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. They got it. Able to recover the onside kick, and they get the offense right back out there. Here comes that Alabama offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good...
Breaks into the open. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, we'll take that throw all day.
Miller with the ball. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. This Auburn crowd trying to conjure up a little magic here on third down. To the air, it's Simpson. Just a short pass to the tight end. It's a seam wide open. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Bama! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own. They got him in the end zone for a safety. Just an inexplicable lapse of judgment to go back into his own end zone.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They'll try the run. Breaks the tackle.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Shakes off the defender. Getting closer and closer to midfield. Out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
I'm loving this offense mixing the toss plays in their game plan. And what these tosses are going to do, it's going to set up a play-action opportunity where they can fake the toss and try to take a shot downfield.
That's caught. It's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And as a quarterback, when you're throwing these slant routes against man coverage, location is so important. You want to put the football in a place that your receiver can catch the ball and continue advancing it. So nice job by that QB, putting the football right on the face mask of his wide receiver.
Looking to pass. It's Simpson. Got a man. It's Miller. At the 35, he's loose. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
This is the shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he threw.
Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They take the lead with the 6.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Leading by 1, they'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. He'll set up to throw. He gets it into the end zone for the 2, and now they lead by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency there.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Buys a little extra time. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to go up top on first down. On the move, he fires. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it from the red zone. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to throw again. Here's the heat. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do throughout his career.
Needing a conversion, Auburn comes to the line on fourth. The play action fake. Slings it downfield. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now, oh, he's got some space. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
To the ground, he's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Finds his man. It's Williams. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on third down. Now sliding to his left. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. And they'll close in on him. Good return on the end.
A lot of quarterbacks. So much confidence that they can flip the ball in tight window. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception? Forcing the turnover, big play. momentum swing.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to run, it's Alston. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after three. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to march in. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Now he's going to break the pocket. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Creates a little space. Out across the 30, steps out of bounds at the 31-yard line as they try to put something together. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets rid of it. Grabbed near the marker, it's Young. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And this offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bernard. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Alabama pushing the tempo. They're going to run it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Got the quick pass. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. The give is to Miller. some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown tie. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Swings it out to the flat. Worked on the touchdown, might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, and how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Well, the offense has the lead, and we call this 4-minute offense. This is a situation that teams around the country practice, having the lead late in the game and needing to ice it by running the football and throwing high-percentage passes.
Unleashes one. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught, close to the marker, it's Coleman. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Got out of trouble and throws. Snagged out of the air. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the 1st down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But the goal is to get a touchdown. So let's see what this offense dials up next.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
The 8th play of the drive coming. You'd hate to settle for a field goal. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
What a momentum-changing play. Just when they needed to get the takeaway, he steps up with a massive interception, now gives his team a chance to regain the lead here in the 4th quarter.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
And this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Where's the defense on that last play? It's a 2-minute situation. You've got the guy making the catch in the middle of the field. You've got to tackle him in bounds and keep this clock moving. Somehow they were able to let him get outside and stop the clock. That just can't happen.
They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The Tide with the 1st and 10. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Well, bad news, he didn't get the first down there. The good news, though, he got out of bounds, stopped the clock. They still have 1 timeout, so there's a lot of time still in this 2-minute situation to march down the field and get a score.
Catch in the middle, it's Cuevas. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Well, we knew this quarterback could put up some monster numbers. He is putting on a clinic in this game. He now has over 400 yards passing.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. A little release to the back. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Cuevas. Powers through the defender. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Coleman. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leads it with the back. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Since 18